episode 53.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Hey, man, supporting your friends though. It's a topic. I don't know how long we got on it. I don't know how much we got on it. I don't know how much steam. I don't know if it's even the best thing to start with, but it's just something I'm thinking about right now. And honestly, yeah, I think it's a thing we should touch on. But speaking of good touches, man, pause. Gotta touch on this right here. Gotta get some soul. Some soul! Soul! Woo! Check. Check. How could we have it any other way, man?
Get it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we here. You here? Are you here, Nigel? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Dubby here, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the building.
You here?
I'm definitely here. I'm in the building. I'm just grooving to the groovy beat. You know what I mean? I'm here. And we are queer, as in happy.
What?
Yeah, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
We are what?
We're queer.
We're not queer, bro. That means strange. Queer does not mean happy. It means, yes, it means strange. Like as in off. As in not normal. It means other, basically.
Well,
let me look it up.
Well, what I mean is that we joyful and we good, man. Nice, Saturday, almost about to be Sunday. Shit, we about to hit 12. But
dude, is it really about to be 12 o'clock? It's 11:33 at night. Damn, and you just took a couple shots. You feeling good? We've been here. It's been a packed Saturday. It's been a packed week. I did not review the One Piece from last week and the One Piece this week. That is the week of March the 5th or March the 6th.
Yeah, man.
It's about to come out.
It's about to come out. Then the last One Piece was a banger, so I think it's gonna come off with some more heat. We got
a UFC card that was stacked, and in my opinion, disappointed as far as the main event. But I kind of I expected it. I was calling it. I knew that event. What was this? 270? I don't know. Whatever.
272.
272. UFC 272. Quite disappointed. We have rap news up the anus. Pause.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't really pause that. That was just straight.
I don't even think there's a pause necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Rambling Rowgh Show. I am your host, Rambling Rowgh, a.k.a. Giants Rowgh, the supreme podcast host of the I stumbled the shit out of that. To my left, your right, I got my bro host, co-host with the mo host, Young Dread, NW.
Yeah, man. We in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Raise the roof. We back in the 2000s. Raise the roof in the building. You know what I mean? Raise the roof. Yeah. But yeah, man, we were out here. Nice. It's a nice cold little, night right now. We feeling good. We feeling real warm. You know what I mean? That shot got me real nice. It was Captain Morgan. I don't know if a lot of y'all really fuck with that Captain Morgan. I feel like, that's more of that old man drink.
Got you a shot of rum?
Got a shot. I think it's whiskey.
It's rum.
Oh, it is rum?
Mm-hmm.
The spiced rum? Yeah, spiced rum. Yeah, that shit is harsh, man. Like, it's like so, like, I don't really like hard alcohol, but, you know what I'm saying? When I want to get lit, that's how I get lit, you know what I mean?
What alcohol do you like, actually? Because you don't like beer as well, which is the lighter stuff.
I fuck with my little Trulies. Trulies are cool.
Okay.
I don't like White Claws though. White Claws are trash. But Truly's do the job. Mike Hards and like Smirnoffs. You know what I'm saying? All that those drinks that are concentrated alcohol, but they're juices. Yeah, those are fire, man. I fuck with those.
I do fuck with those too, like the Mike's Hards. The White Claws do taste like piss.
Yeah, the White Claws are just disgusting. Like I don't know how people. Well, but Truly's are the same thing. It's just hard seltzer water.
You know what else is absolutely disgusting? Sparkling water.
Yeah,
Sparkling water is putrid.
but it's a good chaser.
It's a good chaser?
Yeah, it's a good chaser after what I'm saying if you take a shot of something harsh or something like hard like alcohol, then yeah, you chase it with a carbonated water.
What does that do? I mean, does that like settle your stomach? What does that do?
I think it just makes it not as like you don't have that like burning feeling in your throat or your chest, if you don't like that. If you don't want to just take it straight like raw, you know what I mean?
So it clears that kind of burn in your chest?
I believe so. That's just what a chaser is, right? Like, and you can chase with the carbonated water, with the sparkling water, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, it just clears out that taste, that nasty feeling that you get after drinking a hard alcohol. So yeah, that's the point of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, man, you be on your drink stuff, huh? You be on your liquor.
I just know a little few here and there. I just know a little stuff, man. Because I remember I tried some sparkling water one time when I was with our uncle, and the lady was like, "Oh yeah, people don't usually just order sparkling water unless they're ordering like a shot or a beer or something, because it's like a good offset for that. So when you do take that, you know what I'm saying, it's just good to just settle down your stomach and like that heat that the alcohol gives you. So yeah, it's just a good way to chase down the alcohol. That's why they call it a chaser. But most people actually do like chasers with alcohol. Like it'll be like, oh yeah, I'll take a shot of Dos Equis, not Dos Equis, let's say like a tequila. And then, you gonna have yourself like a Mike's Hard or a beer or something right next to you, so you could just drink that right after. So you don't have to have that like burning taste. So.
Is it Dos Equis tequila?
I think
so. Is it? I might be
tequila
high.
or the beer?
I don't know.
That's what
it's probably beer. It's probably beer. You know better than me.
No, the Seckies. I think it is. It is that hard shit. But yeah, man. I love it. I really like the. Fuck, I kind of like stumbled there. Wait, okay. Let me pick myself back up.
Listen, alcohol is fun. All of that is great. Drink responsibly, kids.
Yes, because y'all just heard me stumble like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So
that's really, the 2 shots of Jack Morgan.
Yes. So yeah, just be very careful with this alcohol, kids. And when you guys turn 21, drink responsibly.
We're not talking to kids, of course, because this is a mature podcast and a mature broadcast. But still, people be safe out there. Speaking of being safe, yeah, I don't know where I want to start here. In fact, that's actually a good place to start. I went to my first comedy show yesterday, and man, I got sexually harassed by a comedian. Dude, there was this lady. She came up and she first of all, she fucking ate dick on the stage. I mean, she absolutely just ate balls. She was flatlining the entire room. They were tapping out, and I strongly feel like if she was a man, people would have started kind of either just more so, they would have magnified the awkwardness. But I really believe, and this could be racist towards women, but I truly believe that son, if she was a man, it wouldn't have went the way it went. This lady goes up on the stage. First of all, they announce her. She's been on apparently she's been like this. I mean, I don't want to shit on her. I mean, because I guess everybody has a bad night, but shit, I'm shit on her. This lady been on Curb Your Enthusiasm. She done been on TV. I mean, like literal TV, bro. So I don't know.
Was it can I guess who it was?
Well, it's not somebody from Curb Your Enthusiasm that you would remember.
Oh.
She was like, I don't know what part she played on there, because when I saw her, I didn't recognize whatever character it was. And they didn't say what season. So, and it was probably in her late 30s, close to 40s, black woman. She had on just like these, I think she had like these knee-high boots or shoes that maybe were like not graffiti, but a kind of sort of graffiti-esque style. Had some colors like pinks and greens on it, and then she had like a cap. She had her cap. Cause when you a comedian though, like when you a comedian, you gotta have your little worker's cap. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know, not the cap, like the blue cap, as in like, that y'all capping. But she had on like the cap that you would typically see of a young factory worker in like the 50s or the 40s or the 30s. You know, that like that small cap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So pretty much, she goes up on the stage, and this lady with her little cap and her big ass boots, and just too much colors, and she had a big blonde weave. The blonde weave was well past her ribs. By the way, fuck you, Pokemon Nippo, whatever the fuck your name is. Fuck you, eat a dick. But
yeah, eat a dick, nigga.
Yeah, eat a dick. But nah, she really just ate. She just ate shit, and she tried to like. This is what she said. She said, "Where am I gonna take you guys? Where am I gonna take you guys?" With a little cap, and it's like, we're not gonna tell you. And you just sense the whole show. She didn't know where to take things. She improvised. She jumped out into the crowd, and she went towards me. I had a stool next to me, and she goes. And she's like explaining something about black women and how black women are
Wait, okay.
No, she was talking about black women in Ukraine.
Before you get too deep into the conversation, so how's the venue looking like? How's the room? Like,
so the room is a bar, but the bar, so just imagine you walk into kind of like a long hallway, bars on your left, and then what you have is like seating arrangements on your right, and just people assorted, mostly on the bar, scattered people on the seating arrangements, little small tables, and that's it. Like that's all you got. Like it's pretty much just. Oh, and then like the light in the room was kind of like a light blue. You know how like when you normally traditionally think of like a comedy cellar, you kind of think of the dark, like intimate. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you think of like the jazz rooms, you think of like those intimate, you know what I'm saying? Real just closed in, no light, smoky. You know what I'm saying? Where the real people, the real G's is, you know what I'm saying? You got the real G's, you got the college kids, and then you also have just like kind of just like some promoters and shit. And yeah, it's like, it's like a lot of like shit. Nah.
Where? Okay.
There was one dude in the front, bald, dumb-headed ass. No, but see, this shit was funny. Because this lady was bombing, right? So anyway, so let me finish. She comes up, she like sits on the stool next to me, and this lady like she touches my knee, and she's like, "So black women, what you guys got to know is that yeah, I'm touching your knee." This guy's just looking at me. If you're not looking, he just looked at me with a death stare. I started touching his knee. He just couldn't. He didn't want to say nothing, but this guy's looking at me with his little death stare. But she starts touching my knee. I'm touching your knee again, and she starts touching my knee. And she's like, "So what you gotta understand about black women is we're gonna fight, and if you're gonna tell us something, then like she, And she started explaining how some Ukrainian black woman was told to get off of a bus, and how she started taking her earrings off and. Like, I guess these were supposed to be the jokes. Like, yeah, black women fight. And it's like, man, there's probably a joke in black people being trapped in Ukraine. Because there's a joke about anything. There's really a joke about anything. I believe that. I believe you could take even something as bad as like grape or like, war. these crazy things, you could flip it, but you just have to do it with finesse. And I think she just she was so excited, and then she got to a point in her show, she was bombing, and everybody was talking, just chatting away, and it wasn't super intimate like a Comedy Cellar, but it was so tight that I felt sorry. You just because, and that's the thing. But man, I hate the double standards. I felt sorry for this lady because she's a lady. But I guarantee you, if this was like a 40-plus-year-old hodgepodge, fucking, you know what I'm saying, Bubba looking ass motherfucker, nah, we not giving you the time of day. You dog shit, fuck you. And you probably gonna have a heckler or two. I probably would have had some balls to say something, but I just didn't have the ball, man, because it's just like this lady was really just shitting on herself, like live, and then she was bombing. And she just cuts. She probably like, you know, just took a break and what? But it was like probably 2 seconds, and she just says, "What is it, guys? Is it my delivery? Is it?" And then she looks at the guy who's sitting close to the stage, and I actually saw a performance before, and so this is how I knew this. He was the guy to give you the light. So he takes his phone up, and then he just pretty much just, you know, puts a flashlight, which is to say, "Hey, this is about a minute. This is your minute." And so. But Duke looked, and he had like a nice little business suit on, and he had like slacks, and I think he was probably connected in the industry, dude. And I just like seeing that shit because I don't know, you could just, he looked like a Simon Cowell motherfucker, but he was bald, he was like light skinned, and he had glasses on, and he just had this like stern, rock hard face. And when she asked him, "What is it? Is it my delivery? Is it whatever?" This nigga just like, this nigga just kept his feet outstretched in front of him, hands crossed, just looked at her, just dead stare, looked at her. That shit was fucking I started laughing, bro, because that shit was funny, like, but I was laughing at her, and you don't want that as a comedian. And her show ends, and the lady and I leave at that point. But yeah, that was my first comedy show. But I actually stepped into the show, into the cellar, into the room, that is, when there was another comedian, and Duke was rocking the show. And so I got to see both. And Duke was not nobody. I don't think. I didn't hear his I didn't hear his like, "Hey, so such and such, and he was here and here, and he did this and this, and here's his resume." I didn't hear that. But yeah, he was rocking it. I don't even remember what he was talking about, but his energy was up, and he was actually funny. And he was talking about like, oh yeah, there was a dude at the bar, and he was like, he tried to poke fun at him. He worked the crowd. And that's the key thing. He didn't just stay into his act. He said, okay, you gotta melt him. And how do you melt him? There's an energy in the room. We were talking about this off camera, but with crowds, there's this energy that just floats over the whole room, because you're not a person when you're in a crowd. You're a person in a crowd. And so what's happening is like a spirit bomb. A little bit of your energy is up there, but it's like up for grabs for anybody. And it actually is. And even people without mics. That's why hecklers are such dickheads, like when they're good. When they actually are good or really just trolling hard. But it's like, Duke just said, okay, hey, dreadlocks. Oh, wait, what are you doing, man? You poured a beer? Like he just got on dreadlocks. And dreadlocks had some nails and shit like that. And then he was like, and he didn't get on the nails. He couldn't see it, I don't think. But the room went quiet. He was like, "Come on, guys, what are we all tight about dreadlocks? Like, come on." And so, but he didn't get the response he wanted from calling out dude. But he kept it going. Like, "Come on, guy!" Like he's talking to the crowd. Like he's engaging with you. And then he gets into his next joke through that. He didn't just keep trying to go.
So his transitions were good. Like,
yeah,
the way he just kind of flowed into different like jokes and stuff like that. Like he wouldn't let it phase him too much. Like, all right, that was a bummer. That was an L. But let me just kind of flow throughout that and like work the crowd, because he was, like you said, he was working the crowd. He was trying to get them to engage with him a little bit more. I don't know.
And he also didn't spend 10 fucking minutes talking about Trump. And it took. I really should have said something. Damn it. I hate this. But no, I don't hate this, because that was my first comedy show. I love this. I love this feeling now. I want to go back to a comedy show. I wish I see another bum-ass fucking comedian. I'm sorry. But ma'am, you got up there in Culver City. You know who you are. That shit was dog shit. That shit was trash. You was out there talking about Trump for 10 minutes. I took everything in me to not say, bitch. She was talking about, oh, that's why you treated the White House like it was like an apartment. He was only in there for like 2 seconds. Nigga, what is this, 2020? What your fucking outdated ass trying to work on whatever you can for the crowd? Get a little cheap punch. Get out of here. I'm sorry. You got that nice little Curb Your Enthusiasm resume. You should don't have your resume come up. Don't have it on the mic when you don't have the mic skills. I'm sorry. Real shit.
Hey,
don't have them announce that you want Curb Your Enthusiasm. That ain't gonna win me over, man. If you ain't funny, you ain't funny. Don't put that shit down.
I gotta intervene.
Either put that shit down. Put that resume down. Stop, cut that shit. You ain't shit on the mic. I don't know about your writing skills. I don't know about your acting skills. On the mic, you did not win that crowd over. Hey. And that was a mixed race crowd. That was an open crowd to you too. It's a fact.
Hey, lady, I don't know who you are, but
garbage.
You
stand up.
You may have had a bad night, and that's okay. It's okay to have a bad night, but it's better to learn from these bad nights and try to figure out how you can work your comedian game. You know what I mean? My brother over here is trying to become a comedian. He's just, he's having thoughts and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, you don't want someone you don't want to hear someone just straight bashing you.
Yes, you do.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's necessarily like she got it. Like, okay, no one's laughing.
She didn't, because she at the end of the show asked the bald man who with the business suit, "Oh, is it my delivery? What is it? Is it just the time of day?"
Bruh, yeah, she's asking that because she knows damn well that she, like, okay, like she was cooked at that point. She was already cooked. So she just had to let her question go out, but it was already over. She was cooked. She knows it in her head. That's why she asked that question. She was just like, I'm psychologically done. These people ain't vibing with me. No one's really vibing with the jokes. No one's getting them. It's over. So yeah, that's why she asked the bald man, who was most likely the host of the place or whatever.
No, he wasn't. Or maybe, I don't know, but the MC, who looked like also the maybe owner of the club, because she was encouraging people to tip. She was bombastic. It wasn't her. She was actually outside watching her, talking to the comedian that had left that actually did good. Because he was good. That nigga was so good that I'm sure she probably went to him and said, yeah, come back. Like, if this was your first time, come back. Or that was such a great show. I'm sure. I'm sorry to cut you off, but listen.
And I'm sure the lady also got her feedback from the owner and the people. Like, yo, I mean, you didn't get the crowd engagement that you were probably looking for. I don't know if this is probably the right thing for you, but like, that shouldn't be something to deter you from that dream, though. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how many times you have gone on stage. That could have been your first time and you bombed.
I don't think it was her first time, and I'll tell you why. It's because she had her cap. She had her cap. She had an outfit for doing this. And she's been on Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is to say that she has a dipped toe in the comedy realm in LA, which is telling me that you know how show business is ran, which leads to my confusion of, I'm not saying you need to hang it up at all.
She had a bad night.
She had a bad night, but I think when you actually analyze why she had a bad night, you actually go to reasons of things that I don't think they're going to just harm this one night. Again, you cannot spend... This is to any comedian. Get off Trump's dick. Unless you're coming with something that is actually original, you got an entire decrepit, old-ass, Alzheimer-looking ass nigga sitting in the fucking White House while we have fucking nuclear threats, and he's over here worrying about his oatmeal. Like, y'all really are missing an entire opportunity. I'm just saying, forget your politics. I'm just saying, go for what's funny, and it's just more fresh. At least if you're going to go towards the president. And then if you are going to go towards Trump, you can't give me the same CNN bullshit. Like, that you literally just been reading. Like, that is just annoying. Like, oh my God, is this 2020? Like, I was really about to say, and then she said something about Trump. Yeah, again, like I said, Trump not treating the White House like the White House and like an apartment and blah, blah, blah. And like, bitch, the nigga already done been evicted out. Leave him alone. It took everything I had, man, to just not just holler that shit out and just be that asshole. And I had a little bit of a Heineken in me, but I swear, man, maybe if I finished that Heineken, you know what I'm saying? Because I only did half the Heineken. You know what I'm saying? A little half of Heineken. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Heinekens. You know what I'm saying? Well, I already put my Heinekens up. I was drinking a Heineken earlier, but hey, man. Yeah. I am going to try that comedian shit, though. That's the other thing I came out of. When I came out of there, I was like, okay. No, I got this. I got it. It's a very similar feeling as to what I got when I heard. This was such a cool moment for me, and it really wasn't a big moment at all. It really wasn't. In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. But I remember our high school. This is a tangent, but our high school had like a little like festival, music festival, and I had this feeling in the festival. I was like, yo, let's turn up. And I was turning up when this one band, Lacuna, who I've actually interviewed on the channel, they were playing, and I turned the fuck up during that show. We was getting lit. We was moshing. It was a fun ass time. It was actually really, to be honest, my first show before Complex Con. And we saw Lil Yachty in 16. That shit was crazy. But the point is, I got up on the stage. I congratulated all the band members and whatnot. Probably a dick move, but like, you know, trying to steal, kind of like stealing their light on shit, you know, on my Kanye. But like, bro, everybody started chanting, yo, Giants, play that nighttime, Giants. Dude, that shit, when I felt that, I was like, oh shit, no, I know. I got to do this. I know I got to do this. That's why, like, even though I'm not making music now or whatever, bro, I'm not doing a lot of the things that I'm interested in doing. I just know, I just put them in a space in my head, like, I'm going to get to it. Today I got to get to this bread. Today I got to get to this podcast. Today I got to get to things that, like, I know I can squeeze this shit out. And I mean that figuratively and metaphorically, in the sense of, like, this podcast shit, we just, I mean, not to say we shitting on y'all at all, because thank you for even watching. If you even hear my voice, I appreciate you, like, seriously. But what I'm saying is we get down and we just really concentrate and focus, and we push this thing out like a shit. So it's just like, you know, I mean, really though, with music, it's so much more free. It's so much more, for at least for me, I need to feel this space, and then I also need to feel comfortable recording, and I really don't in the house I'm currently in. So a whole bunch of excuses just to basically say my heart's not in the music shit right now. But ever since that moment, that was when I was in high school, and I'm 23 now. Ever since that moment, I knew, oh no, I got to do this shit. I'm doing this shit. I know I'm doing this shit in some way, shape, form, capacity. It doesn't matter. I'm getting on stage somewhere, and it doesn't really matter when. It kind of doesn't matter because, nigga, I'm young. I got time, and plus, bro, it doesn't even matter. None of it matters. I know it's mine. I know that's mine. So anyway, I left this comedy club, and I had the exact same feeling. I was like, oh shit, I could do this. Like, when dude was riffing, not to say, oh shit, I could do what he's doing, but to say I could do this enough to know I'm not gonna be up here just rambling on about Trump and things that I think are gonna pander. Nah. We're gonna work that crowd. I'm actually gonna review myself. I'm actually gonna see, how do I get better? Like, how do I actually go about this mechanically? Like, and mechanically in scientific like my analyzation of the process scientifically. But when we get up there, we trying to be loose. We trying to be free. We trying to be just go. Like, I know I could do that shit. I just like to talk, and I also just, I don't know. I know I could do that shit. Not to say I could be at that level, jump up and just have the whole crowd jumping, nah. But I know if I put time into that, I'd be like, yeah, I could do it. Like, I just felt it. It was the same feeling that I felt when I got on that stage, and they just started screaming my name, like, bro, that shit's crazy. Anyway, long ass tangent.
Pretty long, but hey, man, it was well needed. It was well said. You know what I mean? It gives you aspirations to become a greater person, so that's always good, you know. From that story and back in high school to now, seeing that lady bomb, that dude do well, just yeah, man, gets you more experience in the world, shows you just more things that you didn't see before, and it just helps throughout your journey.
Yeah, man. And the journey, man, it just keeps going. That's why, like, and kind of tying into what we were talking about off camera just before we started, but like, yeah, you got to support your friends when they're doing work that they're actually putting dedication into. Yeah, you got to support your friends, but when your friend is just half-assing this thing, or you definitely know that, let's not say half-ass, but at least the mainline motivation is just the money, which it is for everybody to a sense, but there also has to be a layer over that will and that drive for money. There has to be a layer of dedication. There has to be a layer of I love this, and not just because of the potential, what I could do if I just keep talking about. No, I love this. I'm going to talk about it whether or not anybody's listening. Full stop. And when I don't sense that, I don't support. So that's why salute to my guy Brian and Adrian in the Room podcast. I told them, hey, I'm interested in coming on the pod. Get to episode 10. And I say them specifically, not to put them on blast, not to say fuck you, but to mainly say, I know this shit. I done lost a literal family member over just trying to make something happen. And what was in our brain was the money, the money, the money, the money, the money, the money. Well, at least that was what was in his brain. And he even told me that. I knew this about the dude. And I still jumped into this shit just saying, all right, fuck it, we gonna be about the content. And then only weeks after we start the shit, I get stolen from. And I'm trying to tell you, you gotta be about anything you do in life for the right reasons, especially, and then you have to make sure that the people around you are doing it for these right reasons. I'm sorry, you said what?
Also, it wasn't like as in lost, he means lost ties with the person, not as in lost as in like they died or anything like that. Just wanted to clarify that real quick, just in case anyone was confused if they heard that, because you said lost as if that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, so, an important distinction.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just lost ties, no loss of death, no one died or anything.
Nobody died, but there was a loss of a relationship over a podcast, over 10 episodes. 10 episodes. So that's why I don't count the episodes me and my brother do. I don't look at that shit. I'm not here talking about let's start celebrating the just 25 little whatever, patting this nigga on the back every 2 seconds and da. I'll just tell him that. And we'll just have the conversation. And he'll know I really appreciate him. And I'll just tell him I really appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Likewise.
I see the changes you make. I see the things you're doing. And I fuck with it, man.
Word is bond. I'm trying, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying out here.
But on the same token, when I don't sense that, no, I don't run to say, oh yeah, let's champion and let's put it up on and let's do this and that, because 2 weeks later you're gonna be out of this shit. And you're gonna be talking about, oh, I'm on the next thing. And I'm not talking about in the room podcast in this section. In fact, I wish y'all all the best. May God bless y'all hustle. I really think you guys have not even necessarily a podcast. Let me say this right now on air. I think you guys would do so good if you take a camera. You get a third nigga. Take a camera. Go outside. Go outside. Go to Riverside. Go to Redlands. Go to college cities. Fuck with people. Brian Knob is the producer nigga who's soft, whatever, calm, chill. And then you got the Adrian wild card. You got the Charlie to Dukes. Yeah, you can. Yeah, more so you got the Mac to his Dennis. You know what I'm saying? You got the Vic Vinegar, then you got the what was it? The Hugh Honey.
The fuck is that, bro? I don't know. No.
Salute to my real Sunny fans. If you know, you know. But the point is that's what I see y'all doing. I see y'all getting out on the street. I see y'all being in people's faces, or more so or maybe doing the podcast still, but just more guest orientated and maybe just more free, open, like just finding a way to get more people involved in that situation. I think you guys are so fun, and I think you guys are so random that, like, yeah, that could be fun. That could be real. I just would at least like to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I like what they're doing, man. I like their 2 episodes, you know, and it's good stuff, man. I hope they keep going. But it's just like, you know, I got friends right now, and I'm not even. I mean, fuck it, man, dude. Pokemon is king. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon dude, goth button. I love you. Salute to you. I love you. You know, but every time with you, he's the friend who. And I love you. So I just want to preface this by I love you. But you're the friend that talks too much. That I talk too much. I know I talk too much. But here's the thing about me. if I say something, like if I say, yeah, we're gonna do this, if I not even we're gonna do this, if I say I have a vision for something, I see it. When I tell you that because I say this a lot, I can see it. I see it in my head. It's a thing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make it happen. This entire setup that you're looking at right now is the entire vision that I had in my head that I first manifested inside of a fucking backyard, outside in the cold tent that got blew down by the wind. And I said, all right, damn, down bad. Was really hurt by that, but fuck it, we got to keep going. And niggas just made it inside the garage, put a heater in, got a little more comfortable. These things came with the weeks. I manifested this because I'm telling you, when I tell you, I saw this in my head. I quite literally saw what I'm doing right now in my head.
Painting pictures.
So what I'm telling you is when I don't sense that in you, when you just come to me talking about, oh, we're gonna be the biggest and the biggest and the biggest, and when I'm rich, you know, I'm gonna hit you up with my Tesla and da 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 and da 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 da, and bruh, you're talking about Z, niggas is on step B. No bullshit. You talking about Z, niggas is on step B. You are really all the way over here in the image and not in the process. And when you tell me that, oh, I just know you're not lasting in this. You're not lasting in anything that is, when I say this, you're not lasting in anything that is built and based upon your own determination to keep it going, to just keep pushing. Maybe you'll keep posting here and there, but when I say determination, I mean the fire under your ass to look at your analytics and say, how do we make this better? What do we do? Then putting up those ideas constantly, thinking about them, and then implementing them. I don't hear that in that. And I haven't heard much, and we haven't had a conversation and talked about it. So I'll give you the benefit of that. But I'm just saying, I don't really have to hear much when I know your reputation. And your reputation is you're the guy that talks and has these grand ideas. But then it always just never, ever materializes. And I'm just saying, like, not to say fuck you. I'm just saying that is what's going to stop me from supporting you. That's what's going to stop me from saying, yeah, he's doing that. And I'm trying to link other people to your shit. Because I don't really want to be known for linking you to just a dead page. You know?
Well, that's the truth of the matter, though. Because if you're not going to put more effort into it, then it's just like me plugging it to other people is just going to show that, like, I'm just promoting something that's not putting no effort into, which in that sense I do 100%. Like, yeah, that's true. Like, if you're gonna do it right, like, you gotta put 100% effort and dedication on what you want to do, on how you're gonna do it, plan it out. You know, have the picture at least a little bit.
And to paint the picture for y'all, my boy is trying to start a sports betting. Well, for now, he's saying he's starting a sports betting channel. It's about, I don't know, I guess his opinion or his advice or I'm not really sure, but it's just, his YouTube titles, at least as far as I saw, were kind of vague. Yes, they say sports betting, but I'm not really sure who you are or what you're saying about it. And that's my issue. It's like again, then with the podcast, you can make the same sort of distinction, but this is more so a weekly impromptu creation about various topics or none of those topics, and we just have our own shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's quite literally a new thing every single week. It's not a set down, pinned thing, even though it does have hallmarks, fundamental pieces that you're going to see. You're going to see us go back and forth on some things that we're passionate, or you'll see me on some episodes really honestly just, I got some shit, and my brother noticed I got some shit to get off, and so, yeah, I'm getting my shit off. Like, I'm just kind of loaded up right now, because that's why I love doing this podcast on a weekly basis. But yeah, man, it's just like, nah, son, going forward, bro, I'm not supporting anything I don't when I don't see the vision, I ain't going front and fake front and entertain all the lofty ideas and the ends and the conclusions. I'm in the process, my nigga. Like, bro, I'm telling you, we on this podcast shit weekly. If niggas is in a different state, I'm telling you, this podcast is still coming out. That is 100% a fact. I don't care. It's whatever. And I'm telling you that simply because of the fact that I got the assurance from my co-host, bro host with the mo host. And this nigga, he's locked in. He's tapped in. So it's just like, Nah, I know what this is, and I know when I look at something, it's not. And I'm just saying, keep trying stuff, young man. Keep trying stuff. Keep doing your thing. Keep trying to get out there and experiment. But put your best foot forward. So look at the best people in whatever you're doing and do that. Do the best you can of that. Do the best you can of that. Set your phone up and just talk to it. All right. Okay, buy a camera and then talk to it. All right. It's so crazy how a fundamental piece of your entire game quite literally is a laptop, and I don't see it anywhere. And if you're telling me, all right, fine, you're getting all your shit off the phone, fine, but my nigga, then, like, again, look at the top people. What do they all got? You're not gonna do this shit without having. You look at Keenan Grace, the stock guy, bruh. If you go now, his videos don't have that bombastic beat. They don't have that bombastic beat. You know why? Because he done told too many people to get into AMC. He done told too many people to get into all these different things that, you know, didn't quite. Some of them did. Tesla, he always said, and Tesla is still performing. But Keenan, some of Keenan's plays, and his tone is a little more serious now. It's a little bit more adjusted. But the point is, okay, I see that as a similar thing to what you're doing, dude. At least I'm talking to my friend now. So I don't really see much of what he's doing and what you're doing. There's not the clear titles. There's not the clear plays inside of the title. There's not the okay, I'm gonna have my information as a graphic up on the screen. There's not like kind of any of that. It's just phone up and go. And that works. Trust me, that works. And here's the other thing. The point I want to make is that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. Because I done just watched a Kevin Samuels video. 1.9 million followers, subscribers. The audio on his guest, he just had a guest on in person. Her audio was dog shit. 1.9 million subscribers. You're getting hundreds of thousands off of YouTube a year, certifiably. And that's just off of YouTube and the donations that you get from there. Then you have your Patreon and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. You cannot just mic up a bitch and just have her fucking sounding proper and mixed right. Really? That's crazy. I can mix us right in 2 minutes. And you can't do that. You can't have anybody do that. You can't have just, you can even just have somebody do it and set you up and then go. That's a thing. So I'm just saying, it's not necessarily the hardware, but it's not necessarily the hardware, but the hardware tells me how much dedication you're putting into it. And then when you get on and start bragging about, and I'm gonna just say this is some private shit in our group chat, but dude was bragging about his views over the views of this podcast that I don't promote or talk about on the Instagram at all, or the TikTok that I made. That already done had the same amount of views that your TikToks had. 2 TikToks that I done made, just 2. And they done had them same views. What the fuck are you talking about, my nigga? But see, when you get so caught up in these numbers and these things, you don't get caught up in your own focus, your own path. See, that's when you looking at the next man, what the next nigga doing. This is what Roddy Ricch said that was in his academics interview. That was actually very smart. I can't be caught up on what the next nigga doing. I'm too caught up on making this bread, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like really, honestly, the amount of money I'm planning on making, I cannot be thinking about other men and what they're doing. I can't. I really can't. It's just, I can't afford it. I'll just tell you right now, I can't afford it. Time's worth too much. And so when I hear just all those things in the mix, I'm like, all right, bet. Let's see you do this in a month. Let's see what it looks like in a month. 2 months. 6 months. Let's see. That's what I say. You know? You got 2 days of posting it to your shit, and I'm not saying it's fuck you. I'm just saying this exact, and I'm taking it away from my friend. This attitude is what brings people down. It is when you focus on other people and their path as opposed to just focusing on your own. Anyway.
Yeah, I had to let you get that off, you know what I mean? Get that off your chest.
Hey, man. Just had to pontificate. Had to speak from the heart.
Was the applause on purpose?
The applause was on purpose. What, you think I'm just putting out applause? Just
Yeah, no, I
because?
thought you was just putting out applause just because. Okay.
Gone off that anesthesia. Surgery was a success. First comment says sensational. We're looking at a picture, if you're not looking at the screen, of American rapper, Atlanta rapper, Future, laid up in a hospital bed with a x-ray in the back.
It's a dentist's office, I think.
It seems to be a dentist's office.
Which is still surgery, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what was going on in his mouth or whatever, but yeah.
Pause.
Yo, man, we can't look at everything as a pause moment, bro. It's just like I'm not talking about like me putting my meat in his mouth or something, you know what I mean? Like you
Pause
gotta
again.
You just gotta just think about what you saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But yeah, like I was saying, it looks like he went to a dentist's office, and he had a good time off the anesthesia because he liked the drugs. I mean, gone off that
anesthesia.
My man is 38.
Off that.
It's like,
at
damn.
38. Well, at least you're not 27, man. And rest in peace to the 27 Club and all those that died around that age. That's kind of morbid. But but real shit though. I mean, like, you a rock star at this point. That is kind of morbid. Am I dark? Why am I so dark?
Yeah, I don't know why you just popped off with that, but yeah, man, Future's okay. He just went to a dentist's office. You know what I mean? I don't know where the 27 Club came from that. But
well, no, because I mean, you could have been one of the people that died in their mid-20s. There are people that famous and champion this, and they die from the things you do every day. I mean, well, according to even Future, I don't even be doing lean every day. He admitted, like, yeah, nigga, like, I just rap about this shit, but I don't be doing this shit every day. But
hey, man, I'm sure they be doing a lot of it. I mean, but why are you gonna put gone off the anesthesia?
Oh, well, I mean, it's a life about being on drugs, man. That's it.
Yeah, like it's a funny picture because like he's just like kind of laid up in the bed and just like he's looking away a little bit. It's just like, yeah, okay, gone off the anesthesia, cool. But like, bruh, like, nigga, like, why did you even post it? Like,
I'm sorry.
Like, what kind of surgery did you go through? You went to the dentist's office and you probably got your teeth whitened, bruh. Like, I think you're good. Or maybe he got his wisdom tooth taken out.
But it's not even the point of the severity of the surgery. It's really the gone off that anesthesia. I mean, I don't know, man. At that point, that does kind of make you look like a junkie a little bit. But do you think it's like cool for people to post their car accidents? Is this similar?
To post their like
car accidents? Because I heard like some commentary about that sometimes. Like some people don't like, why are you posting your near-death incident?
Well, I mean, because I don't know, because we live in this hyper, social media time. You know what I mean? We focus on the internet. We on the internet, and you just want to kind of let people
share
know
that you almost died.
Well, you want to share that you almost died, but I lived from this crash.
There you go.
Like I lived from this horrific crash that you see. My car may be totaled and all that, but I'm fine.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Because I mean, I don't know, but then you got to think, like, who's that necessarily for? Like, what the fuck? Like who's gonna just, like, no one's gonna just, like, I'm sure it's not gonna be on the news. It may be, but who's gonna even see that? Like, I don't know. Like, who really cares about your car being totaled and crashed out and you almost died and stuff like that? Like,
I guess just your close peoples, but, like, you really could just say that. I don't know. I don't really mind the car crash thing. I don't mind it at all. I actually like to see it because it's just interesting. It's just interesting. Like, how did this happen? Was anybody hurt? You get into the whole situation of it, and then you find out the details. It's a little bit like drama, but it's like, well, it is drama because it's a tragedy. It's quite literally people's lives dwelling in tragedy, and it's unfortunately a part. Well, that's why this tragic or tragedy essence is a part of so many of our stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like that as humans. Like, we like looking at the train wreck. You know? But speaking of train wrecks, or maybe not, maybe this is a smooth ride. Hey, man, we got Rick Ross on a camel.
Bruh, they got
terrible audio.
They got the camel straight muzzled out. Like, they really be spitting at people, right? I think the camels do that shit, right?
Yes, sir. The camels definitely do spin. You don't want the boss getting spat on. That wouldn't be too boss-like, right? Imagine Rick Ross getting just...
Okay, you did not have to put that in the mic.
I did.
You did not.
I did.
Yeah, I wonder how that works. The camels really just be spitting loogies at you, like, straight? Because they have it all for just all those camels that I'm sure that he's around. They just got them on the, you know what I'm saying, on their mouths, the little muzzle.
Around Rick Ross, I'm sure all those camels have them, yeah, but I guess they do. I mean, I think it's supposed to be some kind of defense mechanism, and I may have heard one time that the spit is slightly acidic.
Whoa.
Yeah.
If that's true, that's nutty.
Search that up.
That's real nutty. You know what I'm saying? Because camels are like such weird creatures. Like, they're horses, but they're donkeys, and like, I think, well, no, I don't know if they're donkeys or like horses, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're something you can ride on, but their backs are like all like Humpty Dumpty.
Just humped.
Like, that is so
weird. How does, if nature and evolution is about selecting out the best things to go forward, how does a giant humped, slow, heavy but durable and strong animal survive? And that actually, literally, its description answers that question, because like, well, it can move for very long distances without water, which if you're in a desert, that will aid you. Like, the other critters that used to live in that desert when it was a sea, because at least the Sahara, a lot of that was like water at one point. It, like, at least at some point in Earth's history.
Pangea.
Maybe in Pangea when everything was all together. But anyway, it is this regurgitated cud that camelids spit out when so motivated. Since there is no acidic content, it is completely harmless, but since it has been fermenting for a couple of days, it's pretty nasty, slimy, and smelly.
Oh my goodness. I would
fermented.
Oh, that is just disgusting, man. Like, imagine you just got a big ass because they're big. They're like it's a horse basically. So if you got that just toe to toe to you and they just spit right in your face. Oh man,
that's in your teeth.
Oh god,
you gotta lick that out.
Oh god,
gotta lick that out.
All right, let's move.
It really doesn't go anywhere. You just gotta lick it out, because you can't really.
Yeah, let's move on from that one.
At some point, your tongue's gonna have to just.
Okay, that's fucking. That is so. Because like they said, it's slimy. All right. Yeah. So 6ix9ine is McLaren in the hood.
6ix9ine's McLaren in the hood, baby. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine, paying red like Hans. I'm not thinking shit slapping me. Nigga, that song was a hit.
And he's by himself, dolo. You know what I mean?
Okay. All the best to you. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Did he have it on him? Did he have it on him?
Hey, what's up, dude? I'm 1609 on you.
Is he carrying a scrap? He's got the hand in the bag, if you don't know. If you don't know, we're looking at a video of 6ix9ine, American rapper, who snitched on his, not even really his, but the entire, some gang in New York, some blood gang in New York, and no disrespect to any people affiliated or anything like that. But, 6ix9ine is out in the streets somewhere, likely in the tri-state area. He's out in a McLaren, nice supercar, black. Pops out of the car. He's got a hoodie on, and he's got a bag, almost like a purse, but it's a man bag because it's got a more manly strap, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't have like the thin. I mean, some straps could be thin, But like it just has a manlier strap. You just have to take my word for it. And the bag is pretty much at his abdomen, and he's got his hand in it. His what's that? His right hand. So then he daps the cameraman of the video up with his left hand. The right hand never leaves the bag. And in fact, as the cameraman follows 6ix9ine into the store,
All the best to you. Thank you, bro. You got it.
yeah, he keeps that hand in that bag. So
What's good, bro?
Hey, we don't know what he could have on him, man. Maybe he just got the money in there, man. He about to go shopping. It looked like he's going into some either convenience store or some mall or something. So yeah, man, maybe he's going out shopping. He's just got the
he's
hand
going
in
out
the bag.
shopping. He's just holding on to the money, man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
holding tight. You know what I mean? He's by himself, dolo. He doesn't know who might sneak up on him. So
You gotta
yeah,
have
you
some
gotta-
money to throw out their face.
no,
You gotta have a couple $100 bills just to like, hey, get away from me, man. Get away from me.
See,
Hey!
it gives you that pull, like you out here thinking that it's a gun just off of that. So that's why it's like, all right,
All the best
people
to
see
you.
that too, and they're gonna think most likely the same thing. You know, normal people and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it just gives that little illusion that he has a gun, but maybe it's just wads of money in there.
Okay. We again don't know what state this is in. Assuming this is the tri-state area, where I believe in most places in these states, it's pretty difficult to get a concealed carry, as well as it's a harsh fine or a harsh punishment of prison time, of guaranteed prison time. At least in the state of New York, I know that there's like a 3-year. You got to sit down for 3 years if you get caught with a gun, particularly a pistol. So, okay. Yeah, maybe he's holding on to the money. Illusions.
Yeah, man. You know, what I'm
He
saying?
is the king of. Hey, if anybody's gonna be doing any illusions with money, it's 6ix9ine, right? It's gonna be six. If anyone's gonna lie
but it's not
in some way for protection or for survival,
But then
it's
again, we got to go back because we don't know what this is all speculation. So I don't know what the fuck.
yeah,
He just hopped out, and the weird thing is
it's the blicky.
how the cameraman just caught him. So does the cameraman like follow him for a minute? Like,
I'm a YouTube dude. I see a nice ass car. I basically barely see that it's 6ix9ine. I take my phone out. I'm ready with my phone. I know he's gonna come out, so I'm already. Or I seen him in the parking lot pulling up, and I see that it's 6ix9ine. And I just took my nigga.
okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I just like to know the context of these kind of like interactions, like how they just kind of happen, because it's like. So you was just in the parking lot probably. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a CVS. You were in
no.
the parking lot.
I'm not like trying to like downplay the man. I'm just saying like it's just like
How does it happen?
how. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, quite literally, you're at the CVS. You walk out. You see a nice ass car. You notice that it could only be a certain amount of people. So you take your phone out just in case. If it's a lame, whatever, put your phone away. If it's not, oh shit, it's 6ix9ine. And then it's not even oh shit, it's 6ix9ine. It's if you really listen to dude, that's how you know he's trying to do his thing. At least in the sense of, I mean, that's a good plug. I mean, that shit. You put out a video of you just saying your name, and then you introduce yourself to 6ix9ine. You've just opened yourself up to potentially tens of thousands of people to view that, get some traction off of it. I'm sure. So it's just like it's more. He's hustling. Dude is really trying to get his. It sounds like, at least to me, he's trying to get his whatever, his content creation stuff off. I don't know, but I don't know. Man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he followed him. Maybe he fucking just followed him. I don't know.
Like I don't know. I just question these things because like they got blackout cars. Like how do you really have to like do some real guesswork and be like, oh shit, like is that just a random person or is this actually like a?
No, I don't think there's much guesswork. I think you go into it and then you hope for the best and expect the worst. So again, you have your phone ready. You see the McLaren. You start the video, but if it's a white dude with his family, all right, whatever, cut it off. Depending, actually, because it could be you have to double take because I mean, not to be racist, but a lot of these old white folks kind of look, you know what I'm saying, like with the sunglasses on, them niggas just kind of like they just kind of, it's kind of hard to distinguish between old white men with Oakleys. You know what I'm saying? But you look, okay, it's a nobody, cool, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's hustler mindset. Like it seemed like that, at least to me, because Doesn't seem like too much of a planned video. It seemed like literally, I was standing here, seeing a nice car, get my phone ready just in case, and then I knew what to say too. So I'm like, not just gonna say some, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm gonna plug myself, because on video, yes, I'm here with a mission. So I'm thinking, yeah, like he maybe was just doing his own shit, seen a McLaren, got it ready. It's not even about planning it or like even like thinking about get lucky. It's about more so get lucky. It's just about okay, be ready. And again, luck is opportunity. Car pulls up and preparation. Luck is opportunity and preparation. So if he wasn't prepared, you don't have the video off. You lost the video. You just dapped up 6ix9ine and he just heard your name and that's it. Or you didn't have what to say. You stumble. You don't get your name off. It's a bad video. You probably don't even post it. I'm telling you, that's a nigga who goes out and it's like probably knows he's in these areas trying to hustle. Like, I was on this shit, man. I was on a similar type of wave. I went out to Calabasas and went into a movie theater just so I could sit down and see. And I knew Kanye had a good chance of coming, but I didn't think I would see him. But I particularly knew I would be able to see at least Jaden Smith, because it was a program hosted by Jaden Smith. I went 3 hours, drove out there just because I knew he was going to be in the area. So now you got to imagine if you live in an area that's closer to something like that, where you know these things are frequent, and then you see a nice car. I'm just, I don't know if you have any more. That's how it would happen. Like, anyway, what was he talking about? T.I. addresses Kodak Black, alleging he tried to get him kicked off Atlantic Records. Do you care?
Nope. But T.I. is funny when he talks, man. He's a man with many words. So he be talking. He be really spitting, man. He be really giving out to the young folk, trying to educate and stuff like that.
Salute to tip. Kodak Black tells story of how Drake gave Sniper Gang $10K each to throw in the club while he was gambling on his laptop. I'm interested in seeing.
Club, he shut the whole club down and stuff like that. And the club went on their Instagram, was like,
what
private
city?
party,
What city was
the
this?
club was closed tonight.
What city?
Miami.
Oh, Miami.
And they called it like, oh yeah, Drake say, like, you on the stuff, so tell Kodak come. And tell Kodak come to the club. Drake shut the whole club down, made it a private party. And told me to come and stuff like that. I be chilling and shit like that. So we pull up to the club, Drake back there, going this session and shit like that. Dude he get mama homeboys and stuff like that, like 10,000 a piece to throw, whatever, 10,000 a piece to throw and shit like that. Whatever, we chilling. He on the laptop gambling on the little state shit. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. At the club?
Yeah, the club.
On the laptop?
Yeah, the club gambling on the laptop. Yeah, for sure.
He's getting wins and giving out the boys bands?
Yeah. Brandon,
Hey, man. $1 million games. Said it before. $1 million games, man. Jesus. Why does Drake invite the Sniper Gang dudes? He's already in Miami. He's good. Why do you invite the young startup, or not startup, let's not be disrespectful, but why do you invite the, newly initiated into this famous light? And when I say newly, I mean Drake has been in this shit for like, what are we talking about? 20, I mean, nigga, if you're talking about Degrassi, but okay, just
12 years in the music game.
12 years. Yak been on since, let's call it 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You have half my time in this shit. But a respectable amount of time. But you're also very young. We got quite an age difference. Why do I invite you to the club?
Why? Because he's if we're going off the take that this was not recently, like that this was this is like years ago or whatever. Yeah, I think he brings Kodak to the club because he sees that Kodak has all the talent in the world, and also he's really big in his city, so it would be good to tap in with somebody that's good in Miami. So he he's just tapped in that world, so he doesn't have to really watch where he steps, because he will know just off of talking to Kodak and stuff like that. Like, okay, like you can go here, you can go there, or like just with the streets. And then with the music, it's just like, yeah, you a talented kid, and I can see that, and I always want to tap in with the talent. Like I could, because Drake got that eye for it. Like he can see that people have some sort of like skills, and they really like can what's the word?
They're hit makers.
They're hit makers. Like he really has an eye for that. Like he really knows how to spot that on. Because he was saying that with Kodak's that one album, Dying to Live. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I can't believe, like, yo, Kodak, like, how do you make something this fire? Like, how do you make something like this classic? Like, he tweeted that out. So it's just, he could see hit makers being born. So
I wonder how long ago this was. I would have to say this had to be something more recent, relatively recent in the last couple of years, post-pandemic. This whole, Drake gives out this money. And but like, okay, so you spot out the hitmaker, but it's like, but then why invite him to the club? Okay, so then yeah, you kind of act like kind of have Kodak as like a sort of like hood travel guide. But then what that really means is
you just tapping in.
You're tapping in
with the city of Miami and the hood of Miami.
And really, honestly, at least in the perspective of Jack Boy, the top dog. I mean, the nigga literally said, "Come back to the hood." Like that has been Yak's last sort, at least as far as I've heard on the Jack Boy Kodak situation. It's been come back. Like we're here, and I've seen Jack Boy in a bunch of places that are not anywhere where he grew up. Which I'm not saying he should rush back. What I'm saying is though, if Drake was looking for the guy to tap in with, it would be the guy who's telling people to come back to their home and they're not coming back. So the point is okay, cool. But why? Well, it could be made, the strong point could be made on my Kevin Samuels tip. I mean, high value man got to have a social network of other high value men. And then when you kind of in this rap thing, you're kind of like messing with the underworld a little bit. It's kind of a natural, I mean, at least mostly. I've heard it said by Whack 100, like if you on your Kyle shit, like if you on some just, no murder, no gun shit, no gunplay, nothing like that at all, okay, we'll give you that little pass, because like at least his people, he was talking about. But in rap, in the music industry in general, but then when you have the decentralization of first of all, internet and the ways to get money and things like that, there's so many events for people to do and whatnot, what you will often find, I've heard, is a lot of extortion. You will find a lot of extortion. You will find artists paying their way to be safe to gangsters. They'll pay gangsters to protect them from other gangsters. So it's just like and I always wonder who's doing that.
But that makes you think like, bro, okay, what kind of Drake rides in a damn near motorcade. Like, what the
Not a damn near, a motorcade.
Like, what are we...
One on the front, two on the back.
Really, what are we... Like, how... What, like, I think, personally, that him tapping in with Kodak wouldn't be, like, necessarily any, like, for any safety reasons or anything like that. Like, I genuinely think he's like, yo, I really fuck with your music making ability. And, I just want to see how I can like work that with my, I don't know, like maybe he really is trying to better his music with Kodak because he just sees the talent in him.
I believe that.
He always shows Kodak so much love, so it's like, yeah, I mean, he just really fuck with Yak.
And while I believe that, I just gotta also believe there has to be some ulterior benefit. And I believe that Drake fucks with Kodak. I mean, there's so much to fuck with Kodak. He's a character. He makes hits. Even to this, from when he started to now, I mean, he's a hit maker. He, in a lot of respects, people look at him a lot like how people used to look at Gucci. I mean, Gucci would just come out with a tape and a few tracks that just heated up the entire hood, like just the entire kind of not even underground necessarily, but just the underworld more so. People who, they're trapping, they're doing this or that. These are the soundtracks for these people, for a lot of people, And Kodak has stepped into that mainline artist as one of those main artists that people be listening to. You know, a lot of these LA guys are stepping up as that too. LA and Detroit guys, a lot of them are stepping up for that lane of like, this is what the hood listens to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Real talk.
but then when you have Drake, pop star.
He got to get into different bags, man. It's Drake. I can't keep y'all with the same content. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm a pretty boy ass nigga, man, and all that. Cool. But at the same time, I do be with the killers and stuff like that. Like, I actually.
Why?
Bro, dude, because he be
Bring
having.
Drake to the hood. Surround Drake, round Drakes.
Mate, I genuinely think maybe it's
Salute to
just
Dirk.
let's fuck the money, because like you just genuinely fuck with these people. He genuinely fuck with Dirk. Like, I mean, Dirk makes hits, and he just like he took Drake to the hood, did all that. Like, I mean, you ask why, but yeah, man, he just connecting with his people. He's building his relationship with these artists.
Does Drake? Well, yes, Drake. So then Drake is sort of, I don't want to say fetishized.
Nah, man. I really just he's just
making
because
you're not that. You're not that.
He's not
But
that.
you gotta be around that,
dude. Well, not. But it's not like we necessarily be hearing Drake. Oh, Drake's in this hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
No, we don't be hearing Drake's in this hood and that hood.
We
and
heard
that
he was
hood
in
and this
Chicago. Bring Drake to the hood. Surround Drake around Drake's.
Bro,
even though I have a case
nigga,
for attempted murder, Nigel, in a drive-by shooting where it's clearly Lil Durk shooting.
Yo,
hello?
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
You remember the video?
I don't know details of this.
You remember the video?
I know no details. I speak as a non-witness,
which is ridiculous, by the way. Like, I don't know how these Chicago dudes just do this. I really don't. Like, I don't get it.
I got no comment on that on the Lil Durk situation, but I will say that.
What, you're not trying to Hannibal Buress him?
Hey, I'll say
the case is already out. Nobody's investigating it. You're not trying to say something. Just have everybody just nigga. Yeah, he did kind of like that. Did happen,
man.
Right?
Yeah,
that
man.
was a blonde-haired individual. That I mean, a blonde-dreaded individual in some fast car that did that, and I saw a weapon. And anyway, all right, whatever, bro. But just I mean just. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing of why Drake needs to feel like he needs to surround himself around guys that
it's the
even from his own hood too. He gives love to, and it's like, but it's interesting. It's interesting.
I mean, dude, I don't think it's more as interesting as you think, because you're just thinking of it like you're like, okay, like he's a millionaire. Like why would he like?
Well, no. Well, it's not that these guys are.
He's not even that person. Like, he's literally not the hood. Like, he's not the
that
hood
guy.
But maybe he is. Maybe he like, you know, he has that hood in him. You don't know, man. You don't know where he was in his younger years. We don't know.
We don't know.
So it's
Wasn't
like
there with him.
Like, until we get the Drake documentary, we don't know shit, man. All we do know, all we have seen really are the little, oh yeah, Drake was rapping when he was 5 and he had the afro and shit like that. Cool. You know what I'm saying? We saw him in Degrassi. Cool. But you know what I mean?
But we also know that he hung out with, I mean, your introduction into the rap game with YMCMB.
Cash Money.
That is, at that time, you're connected to everyone in the game. Everybody loves Wayne and Baby. Except for the people that hate Wayne and Baby, but fine. That is a list of people, but again, you're connected to everyone. These are the people making the hits of the country. At least in regard to Wayne at that time. So you got to think, like, having that machine around you. What kind of connections did you make through that lasted to today to make all these new connections today? That's kind of where my it's not more so like, why should he hang with these niggas? Fuck these niggas. They're beneath him. It's more so just how do you connect when they've lived this life so long, you're fucking rich as fuck, and they don't see you as like a mark. It's a thing you got to balance, and it's a similar thing that Adam 22 has to balance. It goes back to Charlemagne's it's one of his patented quotes. Because this is where I heard it from, and I'm sure it's much older than him, and it's going to go on much after him. But you can't make you can't make wolves into house pets, and there's something to that. But it's like, then you see some people who just have the social grace to do that. to do exactly that. I mean, if you tell me that that's not what Adam 22 is doing, you got a pimp running around, you got a great certified Crip running around, you got a whole bunch of different type of gang people running around for different interviews, you got a Hoover dude running around, you like, nigga, what? Anyway, I'm just saying, it's very interesting how some men are able to just harness that darker energy. They're not of that, they're not from that, but they do it.
I don't necessarily think
Much love to my guy Future. Much love, big love. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
Good night, but
I don't think they're necessarily like dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like I don't think they have to get into that dark bag because they're just telling them. I feel like for the Drakes and the Adam 22s, they're just telling these people that they're coming around like, okay, you guys have these opportunities and stuff like that. It's I don't think the conversations of, oh yeah, like what you doing in your hood and what gang and like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not talking about the negative shit that's going on, the bad shit. They're talking about all the opportunity that you guys can have and what we could build together or what we could do, what we could work on. You know what I mean? Like it's more of that in that positive light. And so yeah, I feel like that's how you really get, you know what I'm saying, that social skill, right? Like that's why Drake is always around so many different guys, from different hoods and stuff like that, because he's seen it all. I mean, he's been in the game for so long. It's not like he's not like he's vanilla to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
you're right.
So yeah, like I'm sure like he's probably seen more in this last like 12 years of the rap game of just illegal shit in the last 12 years than he has in probably his whole life. If we're really being honest, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's why he can move around, because he has had that experience with these people.
And I think the foundational experience of that Young Money, Cash Money, that machine, how many people were connected to that machine, from Ross, from, I mean, all these other different labels connected to them, from, oh my gosh, all the people then in your main group that split off and did their own thing, and it's so much. But I think what you're saying is very key. It's like the experience he's gained through this time has given him that social grace, but therein lies, I think, the fabulistic warning, because it's not like you're the first person to have tried to give a wolf an opportunity, to try to give the wolf some house warmth, to try to give the wolf a meal. You're not the first. But it seems in the case of an Adam 22 or a Drake that maybe with their experience, and it could be wiseness, which is the ability to take the smarts, the knowledge gained of others through experience, and ingest it as if you had gone through it yourself. It's true. To be wise is truly to do that act of taking what other people have learned and implementing it. And so it could be said that maybe these guys are like exceptions to this rule, because again, like what you're saying, it's like, okay, the reason why they're not having these conversations of, all right, well, we gonna get this nigga and this shit doesn't boil up, is because, oh well, that nigga's actually providing me an opportunity. And again, it goes back to even like another saying, and these are just sayings, but they're sayings for a reason. They pass on for a reason, because you will see this in real life. You will see other people attempt this. You will see, I mean, I could tell you again, like my own story for the podcast. I believe this is a very similar story, in that I knew the person I was getting into business with, and I disregarded it. I completely disregarded it. But the point is, and it's a little different. He's not quite a wolf, and that I would not label him a wolf. That he wouldn't physically hurt me, but it's like it was more so along those lines. You let a snake in, don't be looking around when you get bit. So it's just like, anyway, maybe something Adam 22 and or Drake in their user experience, because you even looking at Adam 22 with the BMX shit. He got money before this rap stuff with the BMX blog. No Jumper was a BMX blog before, and it actually had, I believe he even had, maybe he had a magazine as well, but at least had a blog, and it actually was popping, and he actually got views, and he actually got traction, put up events, hosted and sponsored people. Like, this was a whole thing before he got into all this music stuff. That's why he has the bike shop, the OSS store, and originally that's where we know him from. So, and that we've been to, and that we've been on the vlog there. But the point is, well, I think a similar point to what you just made about Drake, 12 years experience, and then the foundation of YMC and B. It's a similar thing, man. When you're on that BMX stuff, you're dealing with guys that come off the street a lot of times and get into an opportunity. Something that from their own hands, from their own work. And yeah. That was a good point, Nigel, because that translates now. Oh, wait, so I just do that with rappers now? Oh, cool. It's not really different, it's just more money. Which, like I always say, it don't change you, it just magnifies you. It just makes the operation a little bigger. And then maybe a little larger. Or maybe not a little, maybe a lot larger. And so okay. That was a good talk.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It gives you
I like
a lot.
that.
It gives you a lot of perspective and a lot to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this
club.
this little Dirk
He shut
picture over here. Him calling out YouTube numbers and how they cap.
That YouTube shit, all cap. Everything niggas ain't did, 0 to smirk.
Well, what kind of fucking pants is my man wearing? Like the
Detroit.
Letterman patches.
Letterman patches on the pant.
That shit is just. That is horrible, bro. That's not it. Like
The
in terms
dog-
of just like what the fuck?
The dog is right side up in our perspective, which means that if he's standing up, it's upside down.
Oh man, that is just like, how does that look? Like when you looked at yourself in the mirror in the full, you know what I'm saying, full mirror, and you looked at yourself and you were like, yo, these pants right here with the Letterman patches, this
Is it.
Nah, okay. This is literally like the Migos back in the day, man. Dirk needed a stylist. Sometimes you need a stylist, bro, and that might be the best. Just for that, like, you know what I'm saying, just so you don't go out with the Letterman patches out, man. What the fuck? I'm sorry, that shit is just goofy. I didn't even know there was a second post of this.
Niggas ain't seeing us in nothing. Get back and got a date. Smirk. Post a picture of him and Vaughn. Apparently, I think in the gym on the basketball court. Wife beaters. And looks like I want to say Dirk is running point.
Man, he's not doing nothing, man. He's just on the court, bro. They're just on the court. I don't think we don't gotta analyze it as if he's the point guard right now. You don't got the ball. He's just pointing.
He's just pointing. That's why I said
man.
the point shit, because he's pointing. If you don't see, Dirk is like pointing to the ground. Vaughn is in the background, kind of like fuzzy, kind of like how you say bokeh. I think that's the word. And Dirk's pointing the ground, so I just made that anyway. I don't know anything about basketball. Salute to Smirk, man. Stop the beef, stop the violence. But
there's fire music being put out.
There's fire music being put out
But
on
stop
all
the
sides.
beat, stop the violence, man. For real. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to say this, man. I just hope this may be naivety. I mean, I might be way naive for saying this, but I just hope we can stay in just the rap. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it to the rap. Just keep on making y'all bars. Okay, cool, key, and just keep it pushing, man.
Well, if you don't know, NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk, and now pretty much everybody that YoungBoy dissed on his very viral song, "I Hate YoungBoy," they're all just everybody's making diss songs. Rap is in a complete uproar and turmoil. It's in a state of it's just total fuckery island right now. So yeah, be safe if you're in a major city, and stop the violence.
Real deal spit, man.
We was listening to the diss songs earlier. I mean, we didn't really even fully listen to the diss song of either party. So now there's a diss song from YoungBoy towards basically everybody: Boosie, Gucci, Lil Durk, Lil Baby. I'm sure more people, but yeah.
What beef does he have with Boosie?
I don't know.
Like,
and then Boosie actually made a song in response, and the song apparently was like, it's just fuck you or whatever. But then I saw an academics post and video about how Boosie actually said that he felt hurt by NBA YoungBoy dissing. I mean, not that he said he felt hurt, but that he made a video and his demeanor looked like, damn, bro, like you could have just called me, like honestly.
Yeah, that's all.
Why are we doing this? Like, but like,
Right.
yeah, but he was kind of like, damn, bro, like for real. But Gucci was like, I mean, Gucci came out on his diss song basically just saying any nigga diss a Gucci get put in a blunt. So that's, I mean, I think we know how Guwap feels about it. Dirk ain't battling like that. Udu Legion, MD. Listen, man, Dirk is on his subliminals. Dirk is on his, hey, man, we gonna win him through the numbers and through better performance.
Yeah, man.
We gonna kill him like the rat. Because if you really look, 6ix9ine was really trying to get up on under Dirk's skin, like all of 2020 when he got out, and that didn't work. And what actually ended up happening is 6ix9ine is now out of the zeitgeist. He's out of the public eye, and Dirk won. You know, I mean, what did he say? We don't listen to rats.
More or less. Dirk really did take a dub on that because he just weathered the storm, didn't give a fuck. Let 6ix9ine talk his shit and just
made hits.
And made hits, man.
Made hits.
Pushing P, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Pushing B.
But when it's NBA YoungBoy, it's completely different. Well, not really, because they're kind of still pushing P because they're just making music. As far as I know, they're just making music.
All sides are making music, and then you have King Von's latest release, this posthumous release. I'm not sure about the title, no disrespect, but it did about, I think, 71K versus NBA YoungBoy and DaBaby's joint mixtape, which is like, why is it? But see, that's just YoungBoy's fucking volume. That dude is ridiculous.
Yeah, he just be dropping music steady, like on some
crazy.
real on some Gucci shit. Just dropping music, dropping mixtapes, whatever. Just always having his just music out. You know what I mean? So it's similar to that old classic Gucci Mane, just mixtape. You
And
always hear
also
us.
in between jail stints. I mean, not to be rude, but like it's so exactly to that formula of, all right, it's like he's dropping mixtapes like he knows he's about to go back in and he's not going to be able to make any music. Like, not to be a dickhead, but I'm just saying, like, because NBA YoungBoy has been locked up quite a few times, or at least a few times, let me just say. And like, well, now he's on. Is he still on house arrest?
I'm sure he's still on house arrest. Yeah.
Sheesh.
I mean, I haven't.
Imagine being on house arrest for months.
I mean, you can still go out a little bit, but yeah, it's awful, man. I used to see a little bit of house arrest people coming to the Walmarts. You know, when I used to work there, they have their ankle monitor on, so you can still go out, but
yeah, it's a certain list of places that you can go to, and
exactly.
I mean, what when you say it's awful, how would you get that it's awful from seeing these people from the house arrest in the Walmart?
Just because, like, dude, you gotta get your shit, and if, like, let's say there's like a problem at the Walmart, like, I don't know, your money's jammed in the like self checkout machine. Now you gotta wait there, but you gotta still think about, like, damn, my shit's gonna beep if I don't get there in time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a stressful situation. So
your monitor beeps if you're not at whatever designated place you have to be at a certain time.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I wonder how loud the beep is. Have you ever heard a beep on somebody?
Nah, but you know.
That's embarrassing as fuck, and just like, ugh. Well, you know, I have two pieces of advice. Stay out of the way of any you know, police, any you know, law enforcement, particularly if you're young and reckless and not so keen on authority. Just stay out of their way, and they'll stay out of your way, hopefully. And also, don't commit crimes. Prison is ass.
Yeah, prison.
Like, prison is literally. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Prison is horrible, man. No, county jail, all that shit. It's all horrible. You don't want to do it. You don't want to go through that. So yeah, man, all my youngins out there, man, just you know, just be safe and don't be committing any crimes. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know why I have this up here. New I Am Legend sequel.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll have to see more. I want to see a trailer.
I'm
I want to see a
excited.
trailer. I want to see the direction. I need to see what we're doing there.
I'm excited. I don't care. I Am Legend is a Will Smith classic, and they're gonna add Michael B. Jordan to this mix. Yeah, sign me up.
That doesn't
bro.
necessarily make it a good movie off rip.
Sign me up.
Michael B. Jordan is a fine, fantastic actor, but everybody can make a dud. And remakes and reboots and sequels that are like long after too, especially, you're gonna have to give me some good plot. You're gonna have to really hook me back in. Because if you did it like close to after I Am Legend, the OG one came out, I get you. But you waiting a long time. It was legendary, man. That movie's up there in those few Will Smith movies that are just like, there's Hancock, I Am Legend.
There's iRobot. There's
iRobot. There's a few. There's 12 pound. There's a few of those that
Pursuit
were
of
from that
Happiness.
era.
How
man.
can we forget Pursuit of
Pursuit of
But yeah, Pursuit of Happiness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
no.
Come
Will
on.
went
Don't
on a run.
disrespect
Will
Will.
went on a run in the 2000s.
No,
He
hey.
went on a fucking run.
And Michael B.
damn.
Jordan is killing it in the acting game. So I predict that this sequel is going to be flames.
Buns. Depending on the plot, but I'm suspecting buns. Speaking of buns, you gonna watch that new Batman?
Yeah, man. I'm definitely watching that new Batman. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Isabel Kravitz and Patterson. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm check it out. Heard. I've been seeing good reviews. So I'm gonna see what it's all about.
All right, seeing good review. I dodge all the reviews, man. I can't look at that. I'm gonna watch it fresh, probably by myself, balls out. You know what I'm saying? Feet up on the seat, matinee.
Balls
That's what
out.
I like, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get me a nice good smoke. You know what I'm saying? Smoke me a good blunt.
And they get you a beer too. You know
Get
what I'm
me a
saying?
couple
They
beers.
get you some beers at the movie theaters nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They got bars and stuff like that. It's
Definitely gotta tap in with the bar at the movie theater. Give me a shot or two,
crazy.
and then just go free ball with some sweats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a nice vape. Done. Anyway, man. I don't think the Batman movie's gonna be good though. Honestly, it's not even about Robert Pattinson was Edward. It's just about nothing about that movie looks attractive, at least from the trailer or anything that I've seen. And then I've seen a lot of claims to try to make the movie seem like it's going to be this classic and it's going to be this fire thing because of all of these sort of the Robert Pattinson supposed playlist.
Hey, look at what Uda Legion just said.
The actors in the movie. If Uda Legion's going to tell me something about the movie, then I kind of don't even want to hear it.
He said new Batman is better than the Dark Knight. And you was
better watch that movie before Monday, because on Monday we discussing the movie. Suck a dick.
Hey man, you know what
I
I'm
tap
saying?
out. I don't.
But we were talking outside of the pod, and he was asking yo, so if you watch this new Batman movie, can we how good is it? Is it comparable? Is it better than the Christopher Nolan movies? Uda Legion right there, man. One of our friends, man. He said it right there. He's admitting that this new Batman movie is better than The Dark Knight, which is hard to believe because The Dark Knight that movie was one of the fucking best movies, superhero movies I've ever seen. Literally, the Joker.
That's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even superhero.
There's so
movies.
much the cinematic scenes. There's such great cinematic scenes in that movie that just blow your fucking mind. Like the hospital scene, the scene when the Joker is about to get run over by fucking Batman. There's just so many fucking points, bro. So yeah, it's hard to believe, but
It's I was saying it, but it really is like you spent a week in Gotham. If you really pay attention to that movie, you get so locked in on everything that's happening because there's so much happening. But then it also feels so cohesive because it tells it as if it's just like a week or two in Gotham. It's a Batman story, but it's also kind of both movies, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. I truly believe both of those movies just told a story of they told a story in a manner that it didn't focus it on the Batman. It just focused more so on the state of Batman's city and Batman taking care of it. And so then you were able to tap in with Harvey Dent. You were able to tap in with Batman's love interest. I forgot her name. And you were able to tap in with like then the Joker on the other side of town. And it's just, I don't know. Man, that shit was crazy, dog.
Yeah, man. Those Christopher Nolan movies were great at giving you multiple villains and just kind of sharing it with just one movie. I'm saying, because in the first one you got Scarecrow and then you got Ra's al Ghul. Second one you got Joker and Two-Face. Third one you got Bane. Actually, I don't even know who the other fighter was, but there was another person that he has to fight two people in these movies. That was the theme of the movies, right?
It was just Bane.
Was it just Bane?
And then you had Catwoman as the assist.
Oh, I'm tweaking. Okay, that third one, I guess it was just one
Bane
person.
was just that dude. Bane just came and I think it was some kind of dignitary or some sort of businessman hijacks this motherfucker's plane and then straps him up and then kicks him off the plane with a rope that has him hanging from the shit.
I like,
what the fuck?
I really like Christopher Nolan's Bane,
extreme.
by the way, too, because that's not the Bane that's in the comics. Like, he's actually like a super juiced up. Well, yeah, he's like a super juiced up fighter. Like, I think he's like a Muchi. I think he's like he was actually like a Mexican wrestler.
Yeah, luchador.
A luchador. There
He
you
looks
go.
like a luchador, but this Bane was a terrorist. Just
yeah.
a straight up born and bred
like an
killer.
evil genius type
evil,
shit. Like,
evil terrorist. I mean,
like-
that's just what he was. The nigga hijacked a plane and then kicked off the main dude organizing the plane's flight from a door while it was flying. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, I've never seen anything like that in a movie. And then
Yeah,
it
I
looks
gotta
so
rewatch
fucking
that.
good. It looked like it's actually like no. Anyway, and then I just read another comment, which these are the comments that I hate to read. Like, honestly, I'm gonna just stop reading the chat. I don't like actually being informed anything about the movies I watch. I just like to just go fresh and just watch it, because what the fuck, I'm not going.
Yeah,
I'm not watching.
Yeah. Everyone wants
no.
that clean slate, man. No one wants another one.
No,
opinion.
but everybody wants that clean slate. So I gotta ask, why do you watch reviews, or why do you look at reviews for movies?
Well, I mean, for me,
You don't want the clean slate.
For me, I would like to know what other people are saying. So then, like, I just, then I come up to the movie with a kind of certain expectation, and if it doesn't meet that, then that's okay. But I think I could still be unbiased and still like watch the movie and be like, okay, this is my thoughts on it, and this is how I feel.
And for me, I just think that all that bias affects how I feel about it always. It just makes me, I'm just comparing how I thought the movie should be, as opposed to just simply taking in the product and just going, okay, what the fuck was that I just watched? And anyway, the comment that I just read was this Batman is apparently a good take onto early Batman, and I'm telling you, bro, if it's just a jokey haha Batman, that nigga ain't better than no Christian Bale. Don't even disrespect this nigga. Like, what are we doing? Like, no, can we stop? Like, can we relax? Like, this dude really, he saw Alfred in fucking Italia. Y'all niggas is tripping. I'm sorry. And then Zack Snyder in the goddamn background. Nah, bro, you got goosebumps. You got goosebumps when you saw that, and you get goosebumps every time you hear that. So stop it. I don't want to hear anybody. Don't, just shut up. Big Blue.
Are you getting goosebumps off of
What's up,
the
my guy?
new MGK and Lil Wayne track?
Ooh, MGK and Lil Wayne, let's get it. Weezy, baby. Hey,
Travis.
Moolah, baby.
And Travis Barker, I believe.
Travis Barker.
It's a full moon. What a good shrooms. I'm too fucking high. Sound like a good school. Higher than Jehovah. High with the heaven, I'ma get pulled over. I'ma need a chauffeur. Lean in my shoulder, so I'ma need a shoulder. Why you got your nose up? I smell like Guns N' Roses. Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was hard as fuck.
That was a cool. That was a
hard as
cool
fuck.
Lil Wayne verse
Hard
right
Lil
there.
Wayne, little take, maybe a little hook.
Yeah, that was fly.
That reminded me of a nice little like mid 2000s get up on a nice pop track, Kanye-esque, graduation-esque level. Yeah, like just like or not even that, like more so like 808s, but on that more just futuristic.
Yeah, just
Like,
more of this time. Just kind of like more of this time vibey, like sound. I don't. It's hard to explain for me because I ain't the music guy. But yeah, it really sounds like more of this time. But in that, just with the auto tune. You know what I mean, like it's more like just like colorful. It sounds colorful.
Somebody said Eminem looking at Wayne like just a little sideways face emoji, just kind of like you can't really see it on the screen, but it's just that little like he's just got his like his like I don't know how you would even explain, not even a sideways face. It's just literally just the straight, just no reaction, just and they're making that comment in reference to the fact that apparently, oh no, that's right, MGK and Eminem beefed.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Eminem had to put him in the casket 6 feet under, and now MGK is a. I mean, he's
a rock star.
He didn't really put him in the casket to really do anything. Really, I mean, his career is still popping. He's still popping. Got Megan Fox. Like, it was just rap. It was just rap, which is beautiful, man. It didn't. There was no harm done. There was no.
Didn't MGK come out with the better diss song in that?
He might have.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. He killed him.
Well,
what are you talking about? Yeah, MGK came back. It was like some hard ass diss track, and he was like, "You old white fuck," and you be just gibbering on the beat, like I'm shitting on you these days, pussy. Like he was.
Yeah, he was going hard. He was going hard, but he was going 1,000. But I think Eminem just went on that, just 1,000 word per second type shit. You know what I mean? Like he was just Yeah,
he emptied out the 100 round drum.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
It's like he wrote the whole Moby Dick. You know what I mean? He just wrote it down, just put it in the disc.
MGK's diss track was trash. Dude, it was hard, bro. I'm telling you, that shit was. I don't know, dude. I remember he served him up a little can of whoop ass. That's what the white boys are saying, right? Like a little can of whoop ass.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, man. I'm internationally affable. I can code switch into any different culture. Josh Rowgh. Yeah, man. All right.
That's it. Besides
salute to Wayne though. Salute to Wayne. Good to hear.
That's it. Besides the One Piece talk, we got a little bit of One Piece talk. It's just the end thing sweet.
One Piece talk. If I go and review the One Piece manga, what are the big points? If we could just tackle the big points here.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? Spoiler. And this is chapter 1041. So it's, I mean, the main points, Momonosuke was talking to Zunisha. Talking to Zunisha. And then we just got a whole look around through the whole island. What's going on?
Like of
Wano, or Nigashima, really, because that's the island they on.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we saw Zoro floating in the air. Frankie got him. We got Luffy beating up Kaido at the end of the spread. And I mean that's pretty much. Oh, and we also got Law and Kid saying that they're tapped out, they're done. Whoever wins this shit is pretty much.
They're going to be. Well, that's it. Because if it's Luffy who wins this, then we win. But if Kaido wins that, then Law and Kid are basically at a point where they're admitting, after the defeat of Big Mom, that is, and we also hear Big Mom's some flashbacks from Kaido. Because Big Mom's either her presence is gone.
Yeah, no.
I think her haki has faded, and so Kaido senses that, or so, and Luffy also senses it, and but anyway, Law and Kid make the remark that they're done. They have no more will to fight. They've stated it, which means that this is the final time Luffy will fight Kaido. That's what this is for a fact.
And also that the world government have made official orders to actually assassinate Luffy.
Oh shit, yeah.
They really want that to be a precedent matter. Like they're making that a official order from the 5 elders. It's like, executive order, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let me get that line, because what the CP Seto guy says is interesting, because it's almost like they allude towards the fact of Luffy's doing too much. And it's actually the five elders that are alluding to this fact of that. Well, it's not the five. Whoever is issuing this order on behalf of the five elders is like saying Luffy's like whatever they're doing up there is too much. So this is what this messenger to the CP0 guy on Wano says. He says, though it's a scenario we only know through rumor and hearsay.
I believe.
Oh, no. He's talking about these orders are meant to prevent the worst case scenario. You understand.
Right.
Though it's a scenario we only know through rumor and hearsay.
And I think that ties back into when Shanks stole the fruit. I think this all has to do with Luffy's devil fruit. So, because Shanks stole the fruit from a government ship. So, yeah, I feel like the five elders know some type of secret with the gum fruit. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some ties into it that has something to do with the Void Century. And
the scenario that plays out has to do something with the fruit getting maybe to some level, some rank, some achievement, some realization. Because if you beat Kaido, and if just in general, if you go back to Doflamingo, when you use your devil fruit, as you use it, you get more used to it, you learn it more, you attach more to it, and then you get to a certain point where you have some sort of awakening. It could be argued that the awakening is actually the gears that Luffy does, but then again, maybe it's not. We really don't know.
Or we may get a Gear 5.
We may get a Gear 5, but also what Luffy has stated here is that when he's fighting Kaido in the last panels of 1041, he's actually stated that, let me get this.
It's the last thing he says is like real classic One Piece. It reminds you of when Luffy beat Rob Lucci. Like, I'm not gonna stop hitting you until you're defeated, right? Like, that's how he did it when he had Gear 2. And when he first got Gear 2 and he was first reorganizing that, he told Rob Lucci at the end, it was at the end of the fight. He was like, yo, I'm not gonna stop until you're knocked out. And yeah, it was just a callback. I feel like that was just a callback to that. Like, Luffy just going all out and just seeing wherever that takes him. Because in the end of that Rob Lucci fight, Luffy's just gassed. He's done. He couldn't even move. He could barely move. Usopp was yelling at him, trying to tell him to move and stuff like that. So I feel like we're going to get another kind of same ending with Kaido. He's just going to drive him out.
Yes, he's going to drive him out. But the thing that he says is very key in the conversation of, is there another level to the fruit? Because first of all, what are the Gear 4 variations? We have Bounce Man. We have the extra large Bounce Man, Tank Man, however you want to call it.
I don't count
You have,
variation.
okay, fine. But you have
Snake Man,
which is the fast one. Is that it?
Yep.
Is that it?
As far as we know.
What was the one that he used against? Was it Snake Man that he unveiled against
Katsukuri? Yeah.
Katsukuri.
Yep.
Okay. So Luffy just transformed into Snake Man, Gear 4 Snake Man at the end of the 1041. And he says, this is my final Gear 4, which is to state.
And it's in bold too. So.
Yeah. But yeah, the Gear 4 is in bold. But it's to state that, at least as far as Luffy knows, this is the limit of his power. So however he finishes his fight, it's in this state. Or in some state under this. I only make that point to say Luffy doesn't know whatever the scenario is that they're talking about. If it has something to do with the devil fruit. Something that Luffy doesn't even know he's even capable of yet.
Which is why I guess that goes back to why they're like, it's rumored and like,
hearsay, rumor. So it's like, well then, yeah, no, I would be inclined to believe that yes, because it's an assassination order on Luffy, and then because of some rumor through, that you've only heard through hearsay, which hearsay from who?
Oh, and that makes another point, because it's like, wait, hearsay from who? But who's the last person we saw with the five elders? Shanks. So it's like, I don't know. It just makes you think, like, what is Shanks doing with the five elders? Like, what the fuck? And now we just all of a sudden get this executive order from the five elders to assassinate Luffy?
Yeah, and Shanks is the one who stole the fruit that was important to the government.
Exactly.
So then Shanks goes there, and let's say because he said he wants to talk about a certain pirate. And so he talks about the certain pirate, Luffy, and maybe that's for Luffy's protection. Okay, fine, that's for Luffy's protection. But then it's like, what is his point? Is it that the rumors aren't true? They won't come true? What do you say? Like, what? So wait a minute. He's the upstart pirate who's defeating warlords, and you're telling us not to worry about the fact that he has the number one devil fruit that we know you stole, and that we also have rumors of being our downfall. Let's just say. But like, what does he convince them of in that moment? How do you walk out of there without... But what is that conversation?
There's even questions.
Shanks and the five elders.
But there's also questions before that, like, how did Shanks get in there? How did he even get to Mree's Wall? Like, there's like, who
after
just
being
let
the
him
guy
in?
that
Like,
stole,
right? Like, what connection does he have to these people? Is he a celestial dragon? I mean, and that could be quite possible, right? I mean, shit, Doflamingo's a celestial dragon. We just had to get into his history. Oda might drop a bomb on us with that.
Shanks was a past celestial dragon, but I think it's that when you leave, you can't come back.
You
isn't
can't.
it? So
And you're like
that kind of
you're looked at like shit. Like you're just.
But he wouldn't care about that. But
Doflamingo does go back to Mree's Wall. I think they show that he goes back to Mree's Wall. But that's because his warlord.
But
status.
is he not then shunned?
He is shunned.
Shunned by them. Yeah.
He's Doflamingo. You know what I mean?
Okay, but I'm just saying it's
the same
like
thing for Shanks, right?
Okay, but then you ask the question of how do you get back up? Well, fine. Maybe they give you passage, and then you. Okay, I don't know. But
it just leaves a lot of questions.
About the celestial dragon thing. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I think I don't think so on that. But and I have to think about what we've seen of Shanks' childhood to really double back and confirm that. But what I would say is most likely is Shanks has something of value to the government. Some important piece. We know that the poneglyphs hold the secrets. We know that the four emperors share them. So, if a part of this scenario that we're hearing about is from this hearsay, okay, put that to one side. But what we also have is the knowledge of the world that we're trying to keep away from people in the hands of a pirate. So we have to respect him. And then also, how did he get this poneglyph? Did he just happen upon it, or did he do the most likely thing and steal it? Because he also stole the gum fruit.
He did.
And I think you get more power as you tell people, hey, I can steal things and you can't do it and you can't stop me. Like, whatever your force is, we have stronger forces, or as strong. So I just say all of that to say,
wow. Well,
it's like he's gained leverage through theft. And I think, I don't know, maybe something along
that sounds the most piratey way to explain that. Like, that sounds pretty good. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many theories you can just run through just with that alone of One Piece. Like, it's pretty extensive theories, but yeah, I mean, I think the person who showed the rumors and hearsay is probably Shanks, but it also could be he was talking about Blackbeard, which is the most likely person.
Wait, back up. What do you mean? So the government official is talking about rumors and hearsay after giving out the assassination order for Luffy, and you think that he's talking about Blackbeard?
No, I think that they got the rumors that this person is saying, they got that from Shanks. But when we go back to that panel of Shanks going to the five elders and saying, I want to talk about a certain pirate, I feel like he's actually talking about Blackbeard, and that this is just coincidence.
So and plus that's more back to O'Hara's bag, but two sides of the same coin is like even Grand Line Review says this, but it's a constant trope and theme in One Piece, because that's the thing. It's like he really could either be talking about Luffy, the pirate he loves and wants to see prosper, or Blackbeard, the pirate that he hates because, number one, you killed Pops, and then number two, it's like we fought, and so there was some
history.
There's history there. And was it the
the
scars.
one scar that aches to this day is the one that Teach gave me.
That Teach gave him. So
that's what he always said, or that's what he said.
It very well could. It's as likely for him to be talking about Luffy as it is for Blackbeard. They're both D's. If he doesn't know the secret of D, he knew the people who did, and so, I mean, maybe not Buggy gets all that information, but Shanks, like, none of that rubs off to Shanks from Rayleigh or any of these guys.
I don't think so. I think Shanks just like, you know what I'm saying, once the Roger Pirates disbanded and he heard Roger's last words, he went out to sea and
did his own thing, but got no information about the secrets of the world, the One Piece, or anything like that before.
From his crew,
from anybody in the crew.
I feel like Shanks wouldn't want that information. He would approach it in the Luffy sense of just like, I want to see it for myself. I want to experience this for myself. Right? I mean, I don't know.
I guess, but I think
because he became a Four Emperor, like he was just some pirate, the Straw Hat Pirate, but then he had to grow prominence and grow a name and shit like that because they showed. I mean, I don't think he was even a Four Emperor at the time when he first met Luffy in his little island and stuff. He was just.
Has Shanks ever said he wanted to get the One Piece? So then, why would you assume that he would want to see it for himself?
Because he became a Four Emperor. And why else would you become a Four Emperor if it's not to be the Pirate King?
Because you know the secrets of the world already, or at least partially, and you know that this can't just fall into any hand. Because there's maybe a secret that there's a weapon. Well, first of all, there are weapons.
That's good.
There are weapons. There are ancient weapons all around the world scattered that he could even have access to as well. You could have one of the ancient. We don't know. Because again, what leverage brings you into Marigeois? Like. And again, if we can assume that, you know, maybe it's thievery, we don't know what you've stolen. It's fucking Red Hair Shanks. I mean, we really don't know. And then you have a poneglyph. It's like if that's the top thing of the land that only straight up other government agencies like Alabasta, so that has its own government, that has one. Then you have the moving elephant. Then you have Big Moms, Blackbeards. And then what? Probably just a few. Okay, Shandora. But the point is like, nigga, like what? Like so and then so did you just happen upon that? Like what? Like nah. And so I just look at it and I go, I don't even remember what we were talking about. But yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Shanks, I don't know. Shanks probably stole whatever we were talking about. I don't remember. Fuck.
I think Shanks is a crafty pirate, so he probably did leverage it some way. I mean, but I don't know. It didn't seem how Oda made it seem. It's just like they kind of just let him just walk in. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like, oh shit, wait, like it wasn't like.
No, but when you have leverage, it's not an oh shit, wait. It's let him in. He's respected because he has a reason to be here. We have a reason to hear him out.
Right.
He has negotiating power.
But there wasn't any sense of panic, as if like.
But there's none of what I just said would inspire a sense of panic. This is two business parties coming to some sort of transaction.
No, but in the case of, let's say he has an ancient weapon, so.
Right, but that's just leverage. It's not like I'm going to use it. It's just I have this in the tuck. It's like if I know that you have nukes and I have nukes, we can talk about the relationships between our two countries, but we are going to be on our two separate corners because you have shit and I have shit. And I'm really trying to think what else would keep the world government from Shanks's crew, who, and I check, you have to check up on this, but I've heard it said they're a crew of no devil fruit eaters.
Well, yeah, I gotta look.
And I gotta look that back up, but that Yasop is definitely not. Shanks is definitely not, and I cannot think of any on the top of my head.
The gunman dude is not. He's a gunman.
So the point, but the point I'm trying to make to you is why? What is that? Or there's like. Well, anyway, I don't know. Like, I think maybe
the One Piece theories go on and on and on, and that's just on just one freaking character. So it's just the world is so yeah. So, but back to the chapter that we saw. Well, what do you think you're gonna see in this next week, man? Or shit,
we have to see the conclusion of Kaido versus Luffy, and then we're gonna see.
You think you're gonna see a flashback or the continuation of this fight?
Well, we could see a flashback of Lin. That would be suitable. Like a flashback going back of Big Mom and her life to Kaido, and maybe Kaido cries about it, has a couple panels that release some information about Big Mom's life, because there's still a lot we need to know about that, particularly in the fact that a lot of people are suspecting that Elbaf is going to be the next island that the story goes to. That's a giant or giant-esque person, thing, whatever, that killed a bunch of giants. So, you know, and plus Elbaf has been teased like a motherfucker since, like, I mean, the two twin giants or whatever the fuck, or the two warrior giants that were fighting. So, what do I think happens next? I mean, I don't know. I want to say in the next, hopefully 5 chapters, this Kaido versus Luffy is done. But then also through that, we also get whatever CPO's move is. We have to see the fact that the government ships are down. Who survived that, if anybody, from the attack of Zunisha? What is Momonosuke still saying to Zunisha?
The attack hasn't happened yet.
No, but Zunisha already knocked some of the ships, right?
No.
Sure.
Well, Zanisha is just there now, because when you see in the panel, it's just like Zanisha's just waiting for the order at that point.
Okay. Well, okay, fine, but I suspect that those ships will be destroyed.
Oh yeah.
I thought I saw that, but yeah, I want the end of Wano in the next 5 chapters. I'm ready to see some different elements in the One Piece story, as far as just scene and even if not, we don't get out of Wano, because there has to be. There's the end of the climax, but then there's the wrap up, which that's an entire section of episodes in every arc of One Piece. And so, because you have to go through like the small peace times of Wano, that has to come back, and Momonosuke has to figure out his purpose, and we have to know what happened from the journal, and then we have to like, it is not done at all. But at least,
what is information?
Luffy versus Kaido, at least done in the next 5 chapters. That's what
this Act 3 Onigashima needs to end for sure.
You definitely said nigga there, and
Onigashima.
You just said Onigashima. Anyway,
we can run in the playback. I definitely did not say that.
You just said Onigashima. But what do you expect to happen next? Oh yeah, by the way, Momonosuke's sister, what's her name?
Kiku.
What? No, her name's not Kiku. Oh, Momonosuke's sister's not Kiku. That's the princess. Princess.
No, that's the other dude's sister or brother.
What's this bitch's name?
I mean, that's the gunman. That's the Whitebeard commander's gunman sister, Kiku, the one that lost the arm.
Oh, that's who's playing the banjo thing.
No, that's Kiku. But her name is Hiyori.
Back up. Kiku's playing the
no.
Hiyori is playing that.
Hiyori, right?
Yeah, and that's her name.
And Kiku.
Hiyori's playing. No. Stop. Hiyori's playing the banjo or whatever that tall ass guitar thing is, and then the building crumbles, and she's made this happen, and something. That's what happened this last chapter. She set up Orochi's downfall in the build. Oh yeah, she stabbed him with the sea prism dagger or something to that effect, and now he can't change. And then also the building around him has crumpled, and she's fine for some reason. But like, yeah. Anyway, Kiku's sister.
The Whitebeard commander, the gunman dude, the dude who has the guns, the pistols, Kiku. That's the person I mistaked her with. His sister Kiku is the one that lost her arm. She's dying right now. She's with
Kiku's sister. Right? Yeah, Kiku's sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is dying.
Is dying.
But
with,
is on the
or she's on the
horseback
giraffe with Usopp and Kinemon, who they both should die, but yeah, it's One Piece.
They're not gonna die.
No, they're not. Yeah, it's One Piece, but they should be dead already. Because
at least Kinemon, but
no, Kiku too. She got cut. Her arm got cut off. She got sliced down twice. I don't know. Whatever though. It's One Piece though, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, some people do be dying though, but it really is mostly for the dramatic effect in One Piece. Yeah, like in the sense of like it's like people's deaths serve a purpose always. Like they will. That's holy shit. That's so true. I didn't even realize how true that was until I said it. But like, yeah, every single death that's explicitly we know that this person is dead. Even just going back as recent as Pedro, like there was a direct, you got to get out of here, or you got to like this is for you. Like That's death is always linked with that. It's
Even though-
linked with life. Death is linked with life in One Piece.
Even though low key the Pedro death didn't really do much because he still stuck the ship. Like,
But it at least slowed down
But it
Big
wa-
Mom's forces so that the Straw Hats could get out of range.
no,
And it stopped Perorin so that he wouldn't chase the Straw Hats and stop the entire sea and make it candy. Because they can't get out if he does that.
he can't make the entire sea candy.
Can?
No, he can't.
He can't make sections of the sea candy?
He can't. But why?
Wait.
Why
He
would they
can't
have
make sections of the sea candy? Yes or no?
Yeah, well.
So then I think you would need to stop him
I
if
think
we're
he
trying
can
to
make
get
a
away.
candy monster. I don't know if he can make the sections of the sea candy.
I thought that was a part of. I mean, he spreads the candy. I thought that was like a part of his whole thing. I could be tripping, but I don't really see. Plus, nigga, yes, he does, bro. He rides on the sea, and then he changes it into candy as he rides it. That's a part of Perorin's power. Like, he was doing that. And so if he gets to the ship, it's done. Because Big Mom was chasing them, but then Jinbei came in, and then this dude has to stop that because if he gets to the sea, it is done. Like, you can't get out. You can't swim. You can't get out. You're done. I believe that was the main climax point. I could be tripping, though. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm tired of talking about One Piece, honestly. But I'm tired of just talking. It's 1:36, and I'm tired in general. Hey, thank you to everybody that pulled up. Future, Udu, Blue, everybody. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Pause. Yeah, I gotta pause that one now. That was just that was sus.
Big kiss. 5 years ago. Blah blah blah. All right, I got it. Hold on.
Yeah, you looking it up?
Can Perosporin. No, I'm just gonna type up Perorin. That's not his name, but that's what he'd be laughing and shit. Can Perorin change water into candy? Yeah, oh my god. All right. Yeah, it's just I gotta look. The answer's not like immediate. Whatever. Ain't no thing as sus now.
Yeah, Legion, you gotta type in proper English, man, for us to understand you sometimes, my brother.
Amen. This has been the Rambling Rogue Show. I have been your host, Rambling Rogue, aka Gyres Rogue, aka Big Dick Willie. Nobody calls me that but myself. I've been joined by my co-host, bro host with the mo host. You know what I'm saying? NW, 2Bs, 2Ys, twitch.tv/
NW.
Yo, man. KNX, take us out. Woo! Dude.
Get it. Get it.
We gon'